My blissful gorgeous selves, let us enjoy beautiful Rasa Leela of Sri Krishna Radha with the gopis in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Sri Radha had just taken leave of her friends to retire in her bedroom. On her way, she went to the balcony and began to look at the rising sun. Suddenly she heard the melodious flute sound calling her name, Sri Radhike, Sri Radhike, Rambhoru Chandravadane Vraja Sundarishe Radhe Priye Navasu Yauvana Mandashile. As if great tormentation was felt in the tone and wanting to meet her, and she entwined with her forever and ever. The sound was echoing. The flute music came into her ear, entered in. Oh, my beloved, oh, the Lord of my heart is calling me. How should I reach him? Where shall I find him? Oh, where are you? Oh, my golden love, where are you? Sri Radha ran down the stairs and kept running faster and fastest, as though her feet have eyes and intuition to know which direction to run in. She is running barefoot and really approached him. As soon as Sri Krishna saw her from a distance, he ran fast and took her in his embrace. Time stopped and world disappeared, and only an ocean of love and bliss remained. Here, my Lord, I am at your service. If you both please will come with me into this pearl canopy, I will set the fire and recite the marriage mantras. You will be wedded tonight. I am your priest Brahma. I am Brahma, my Lord. Brahmaji appeared and said to Sri Radha. Sri Radha and Krishna looked into each other's faces and filled with delight, started laughing, hands on each other's shoulder. Dancingly they came to the marriage canopy and sat on the embroidered gold, green, pink and blue silk. Bhujena sangrahya san priyam hari, Hasan priyam hari, Hasan priyam hari, Hasan priyam hari, Jagama madhe suvivaha mandapam. Nearby was a palace of pearls, sapphire, gold and diamonds. Outside there was a garden with a wide canopy stretched. There were innumerable articles necessary in the marriage that were set beautifully. Extended mystic diagram, Sarvato Bhadra Yantra, and a pitcher with water and mango leaves on top and rice and coconut. Sandal paste, kumkum at dawn, ghee flame with the banana trees all around and decorations of banners and pearls, wall hangings and tatraiva singhasana unnate vare parasparam sammilito virejatu. Seated on a high gemmed throne, conversing with each other, they looked as spatial as lightning in the clouds. Brahmaji lit the fire and began reciting the Vedic mantras. He led the couple around the fire 7 times. Then placing Sri Radha's hand on Sri Krishna's heart and Krishna's hand on Sri Radha's back, he asked them to recite 7 mantras. A most fragrant lotus garland was held, and Sri Krishna was looking at Radha's face while the mantras were being sung. Then he placed it on her, and thus she shone. Then Sri Radha also offered another thick lotus garland around Sri Krishna's shoulders. Thereafter Brahmaji set them on a throne and worshipped them both with 64 items, treating Sri Radha as his daughter. He offered her to the groom by offering Sri Radha's hand into Sri Krishna's while singing another set of mantras. Then the celestials began showering flower and throwing rice upon them, and the nymphs began dancing and singing the Bhagavan's praise, pastimes, and drums and veena and flute, corn, cymbals echoed. Then Brahmaji took them inside the gold palace and fixed delicious items on the dining table. They sat together and began to place sweet items on each other's tongue, eatable, drinkable, lickable, and suckable, and salty and sour and bitter and spicy and pungent and sweet. All 6 tastes, many delicacies were eaten profusely, and Brahmaji ate prasadam. Then they gave him a boon, and he was asked to go back to his planet Brahmalok. Okay? That's secret pastime which took place. Holding the hand of Sri Radha, and Sri Krishna began showing her creeper-clad trees, Yamuna river waves, and Vrindavan beauty. Speaking sweetly, they came to the cozy corner of a sacred bush. Tatah karena pikaram priyaya harirgritva prachachala kunje jam jalpan maduram prapashyan Vrindavanam Sri Yamunalatascha. There they entered and hid inside the bush, feeling warmth of togetherness. Then Sri Radha, wringing her anklets, ran fast and entered in another bush at Yamuna beach. When Krishna ran and found her, she slipped again and entered in another bush. And so when Sri Krishna ran and found her, she slipped again and entered in a 1,000-petaled huge lotus flower. And Sri Krishna too jumped and entered and embraced her heart in the middle of the pericarp. And filaments were coloring their feet, entwined up, they became okay. And holding hands, they both came out and ran across the beach with bumblebees humming, birds chirping, and fountains resounding. There they were looking at the dancing peacocks. Then they entered a new gem cave of Govardhana hill and began dancingly they ran all over Yamuna beaches, sands, and plucked a special lotus, smelling that they began to stroll. Then Sri Radha stole Sri Krishna's flute and ran fast. Then Sri Krishna began to chase her. Their laughter echoed and re-echoed in that silence of divine Vrindavan night. Then they came to Bhandirvan, where Sri Krishna made pictures on Sri Radha's cheeks, put red color around her soles, collyrium on her large eyes, and offered gifts of flowers and new jewels. Then Sri Radha began to adorn Sri Krishna picturesquely. All along, the Kamadeva had been trying hard to pierce his arrow to make lusty desires arise and excite them, but not a single thought had been produced. He kept on changing angle after angles, but only to fail. He was shocked, so young, so beautiful, so strong, in deep love in between, but no trace of lusty desire, no trace of craving desire. They embraced many times, kissed many times, but still no lust. He was never able to get them to unclothe themselves, so he decided to take a rest and try again later. Then what happened? Sri Radha said to Sri Krishna, my dear friend, my dearest Lord, ever since I heard your name, I long to test you through thousands of tongues. Ever since I saw your beautiful face, I craved to dance with you through 1,000 forms. Ever since I smelled and touched and felt your love, I am tormenting to smell and touch and love you with my thousands of shapes and forms. Please play your flute for me so that I can multiply in innumerable forms and manifestations. Sri Krishna became Tribhanga Lalit and placed his flute on his lips, and lo, as if calling the entire existence to his ambrosial embrace, he started playing flute. Sri Radha was dancing and dancing and dancing, and 1, 2, 3, 10,000 of gopis manifested from her limbs and pores and breathes and even glances and smiles, even the kick of her foot to the tune of dancing. At the same time, all those gopis who have performed various kinds of spiritual practices and received last fulfillment in their life by the Lord, heard their names calling in their homes. As soon as they heard, they submerged into the sound, and the whole world with their relatives and duties and responsibilities and work all became like a dream fantasy. The flute music became the only reality, and they ran fast. They had nothing else to hear or respond to except the flute music re-echoing and reverberating in the whole atmosphere, my dear friends. As Sri Krishna played Poonam Rock flute on his flute, it was heard everywhere and to everyone differently. So to some it was sung of the night breeze, singing them to sleep. To others it was soothing lullaby. To others it was their better conscience speaking wisely to them. To others it was the reassuring voice of Krishna's safekeeping, and to others it was like a dream carrying them further into a dream world of Sri Krishna's nighttime remembrance. But to the gopis it was like an open invitation. Each gopi heard her name, beckoned sweetly through the song of the flute music, my dear friends. That sound Sri Krishnized the heart of every gopi who heard it. Their hearts swelled in waves of love and longing to unite with him. Their intellects lunified. Their passions broke like a cord, and their sight dazed over. Their limbs thrilled and tears streamed from their eyes. All they remembered was the way that led her into him, this unto him, unto Sri Krishna. This flute music was like a sovereign mantra. It was dismisser of all the bondage of maryadas and rights and wrongs, do's and don'ts of their family, prestige and society. It came to the gopis in a most subtle form and smashed them like an elephant smashes lotuses in the pond. Like dolls strung together, all of the gopis rushed to Sri Krishna, standing in the forest, in the bank of Yamuna's silvery beach. As he pulled, so they ran, as if embodied lightnings descended on the earth. By the wind of love, they seemed to be flying or floating in the sky like goddesses of longing. Goddesses of longing floating in the sky like that. Those flames of golden light and delight moved through the moonlit woodlands so artistically that not a single ornament jingled as they followed the flute sound. Whoever was charmed by their family member, their eyes became closed, their bodies became tarnished by an unbearable fire of separation. Their consciousness became absorbed in Sri Krishna so much that their leftover karma sanskaras burned to ashes and became absorbed in deep meditation. Their soul left their bodies, they died in a material way. And their soul followed the music and arrived at the lotus feet of their beloved Bhagavan Sri Krishna. All felt as if their gopis went out to hear the flute music, but it deluded them too. They thought he must be playing somewhere near Nandaraya's palace after dinner. Due to the wind, it gave an illusion that it was coming from there. How did Nandaraya Yashoda feel? Rasa Leela is considered by great sages not an incarnation's pastime, but as a pastime among divine bodies and Bhavadeha. That night, Sri Krishna never went to the forest physically. He was resting in his bedroom. The gopis went there only through their divine bodies. Their physical bodies were either serving in their homes or resting in their bedrooms around. I visited a holy man believed to be a powerful, enlightened saint. He used to often say, "Believe in whatever you feel peace." The same I say to you. It is just a matter of feeling, no logic, no evidence, no quotes from scriptures will ever convince you as much your own love. Love has wings whose name is imagination. So even Albert Einstein says imagination is greater than knowledge. But this imagination is through flights of love. These embodiments of beauty and love rain faster and fastest. Avisasro priyam sarva samudra ivanim naga. That's why Sri Sukadevji Maharaj said in Srimad Bhagavatam, like hilly rivers race down to the ocean, they were even totally unaware of any other running parallel. So entwined their soul had become with the flute sound. Tied with the string of sound, all they pulled to them. In Madan Tale, it is still existing in Sri Vrindavan now, is a bushy bower. In Madan Tale, they arrived and stood around him, around their flute playing beloved with offerings of bashfully smiling,